everyone. Welcome to Soul Circle's Magical Mondays. We are coming live at 6 p.m. here, Monday on Eastern time, but we are celebrating multiple time zones, especially because our one and only great teacher and mentor, Magical Michelle Orwick, is currently in Egypt. Cool thing about that, yesterday was her birthday. So she was in the Temple of Isis on her birthday, definitely bringing in some energy that we cannot wait to hear about. If you've seen any of her pictures, you know what I'm talking about. It's already coming through her. Isis is speaking to her. She is a channel of Isis, and it's coming through her very clearly. I can feel it. Marissa can feel it. Right now we're coming on a Zoom call. Marissa and I are here while Michelle Orwick is in Egypt. She'll be, she'll be gone until next week. So I'll also be doing the Magic Moon Circle for the Solar Eclipse on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Soul Circle next Monday. While I cannot see your comments directly while we're in Soul Circle, Marissa can. And I will be checking them later. So do ask questions, post comments. Every one of them will be seen and treasured. So yes, welcome. Welcome to an exciting week, actually. First, I'm going to start with a little bit of a positive, go into some depths that we have to face as on a soul level, actually in a very multiple lifetime soul level with dealing with Pluto, and then really talking about how we can prepare for the eclipse coming on Saturday. If you are feeling the energy of Egypt, our beautiful magical Michelle is feeling prepared, like that she wants to prepare a Egyptian box, you know, the magical boxes like the Beltane Bliss box, and the other incredible boxes that she has. She's feeling called to prepare one in Egypt, but you do have to order it by Friday for her to be able to gather all of the purchases and take them with her on the plane for next week. So do order those Egyptian magic boxes by Friday, the 29th. And she's starting the new program that Marissa will drop a little hint about. There's a lot of stuff going on. Read all the stuff that's in Soul Circle. It's my favorite group. Yeah, I get to be a great part of it, but it's so interactive and it so feels in alignment for like what activations I need for every day, and like saying yes to like following my intuition, being reminded. So I do love that we're all here sharing the space. It is a private group, but do interact, do say, what you're feeling, do know that you have a sacred place here in Soul Circle. And if you feel called for deeper connection, there is the Magic Moon Circle and the Journey of the Mystic Rose, the Sacred Rose. I don't remember the name of it yet because it's so new. So when Michelle gets back, she's starting a new program that she will share, that I know that she is divinely channeled and that I'm very excited about. We will also be continuing with the Odyssey Within Shamanism program, her and I as a team. She has her areas of study and expertise in different forms of shamanism, and I have a different experience. So we're bringing multiple forms of shamanism because it is, throughout all history of mankind, in every religion and every culture, some form of shamanism. So we get to have that comparative eclectic experience in that magical journey. And we'll have a second startup weekend because we've had other requests. It is a very limited number, but we are accepting a few more students. So put your applications in to see if that is the right fit for you. Enough chatter about this. Let's talk about the energy of the week. I'm going to start with some of the basic astrology because we are going into such a powerful eclipse cycle with the solar eclipse in Taurus and the new moon in Taurus this Saturday. Very Beltane energy, very new beginnings for sure. And it's like when you have an eclipse with that new moon, it's like the new moon times 10 minimum, especially with that Taurus energy. It's really about being rewarded for all your hard work. So expect great things. And I know I'm an optimist, so it sounds like I'm talking positive a lot, but I have not been feeling very optimistic. How have you been feeling? I've been feeling exhausted. And the reason I think that we're feeling so exhausted is Pluto. Pluto is a very slow moving planet, so far away from us, right? And it really takes us into our depths. It actually is kind of a cool journey this week with Pluto because it's like sitting still and hanging out as it does from time to time, but it's going retrograde in Capricorn on Friday. So my number one recommendation is to set your intentions for this new moon on Saturday, actually on Thursday. You can do it on Saturday too, but I would give yourself a break on Friday from setting intentions. Because you'll be facing so much depth of your soul. And it's been coming. It's been coming for a long time. We've been facing a lot of our inner darkness, like our lifetime depth that has been walking and journeying with us is being unearthed. And it's, I'm sure not just Pluto's fault, but thank you, Pluto, for giving us this sanctuary of space to go deeper. And when it goes retrograde in Capricorn, Capricorn is our workhorse. Capricorn are her practical things, our money making, our responsibilities, our traditions. So we're doing Pluto deep shadow work in retrograde, so deeper in Capricorn starting on Friday. So get ready for that. But Uranus has given us a reprieve. It is giving us surprises. So I'm so excited because it's all this new beginnings. So all of the crap that we are exiting, I would really invite you to get rid of what is heavy in your life and stop acting in constant trauma. We all do it. I've been facing it all week. I'm like, oh, have I made the choices for my career, my ambitions, or where have I been making those choices from? Has it been looking for love or approval or expectations of being responsible and showing how hard I work to family or past lives, or, what is my role as a woman in this lifetime? Have I succeeded in all of the tasks that I'm supposed to do to be a worthy, person? And I could go into those directly, but I would invite you to have the courage to go into your shadow work and know that the longer you stay there, the less dark and overwhelming it feels. But it is the chance to shed what is heavy and bringing you down, because it is a time of new beginnings, and Uranus is a time of surprises, Uranus is dancing around a different planet. I'm not an astrologer. I'm just listening and absorbing. Especially, I listen a lot to Magical Michelle, absorbing what's happening a lot. And my main form of divination, besides theta healing and shamanic journey work, are the cards. So I'm going to show a lot of what I'm feeling astrologically by showing you some cards. So Uranus is been all about surprises. So there's sometimes good surprises and sometimes challenging surprises, which are really the delivery of good, but letting the universe do the heavy lifting right now. So I think Pisces came into the moon. The moon went into Pisces today. So I'm definitely pulling in that card. Here's one of my beautiful decks, the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I'm pulling the card of imagination. Pisces is a time of imagination, especially in our moon. So our dreams are talking to us. Our subconscious is speaking in symbols and directing us to the right things at the right time. So I challenge you, what would happen if you followed your heart? And your head will be backing you up and everything will work out. But what if you listen to that first intuition, that first impression, that first leap of your heart before you talked yourself out of it? And I would go into imagining, the worst for a moment. Don't stay there. But what's the worst that could happen if you followed your heart? What if you had a situation in your life? Let's take, because we have, Pluto going into Capricorn on Friday. What if your job situation is weighing you down? What would happen if you change jobs? Would that be the worst thing ever? Are you talking yourself out of it for no reason? Are you giving excuses like, well, maybe someday somebody will treat me with respect, etc.? Or is it time to follow your heart and see where your heart would take you career-wise? Because even if you don't think it's the logical choice at that right time, your subconscious can be working your favor. The universe could be doing the heavy lifting. If you're following your heart, you'll probably go to a place that it is more secure, more financially abundant, a better situation, location wise, whatever it is, by listening to your heart first and not talking yourself out of your joy and success. So, oh, actually, the next card is follow your heart. And if you ever need to listen to some stuff about that, we'll talk about it with you all the time. We obviously do sessions. And Kyle Cease is a great person to listen to. There's so much information out there that if you just get into alignment and you listen, you can follow some great messages. My next card I pulled is actually from the tarot deck. And this is an amazing card because it's eight of wands. Wands are the symbol of our beliefs, our intentions, and our magic. And it's all being shot out. And this card is the Arrows of Love card. How are you focusing and shooting out love in your life? When you're clearing crap out of your life and you're getting rid of what's heavy, clean out your closet. Spring cleaning is there for a reason. I've been taking a technology break recently because I just couldn't take another day of being in social media or technology. Even the television, all of the frequency was too much. So I went outside and I raked leaves. The yard loves me, but there's something about clearing clutter physically in your world around you that clears clutter in your heart and mind cohesiveness. Also reading a bit about Greg Braden, and Greg Braden is definitely talking about the cohesiveness of getting these things in alignment. So I'm not saying ignore your head, but get into alignment and let your heart lead, and then back yourself up. I pulled a goddess card here, and it's actually Ishel. So the medicine woman, you are a channel of divine power. To me, we're all waiting for someone else to lead. And we do have some amazing leaders. And for example, I really appreciate the leadership we have in our own community. I see Magical Michelle as being a strong leader in our community that has given myself a sacred place to learn and grow. But it's actually calling us all to be the leader of whatever we know. May we not wait for someone else to change our lives, but act as though we're already blessed. So basic laws of manifestation coming through right now of what is law of attraction? It's not being happy once you get something, though you can be grateful for things. It's being grateful and excited before something happens to get into the frequency of it for it to come into your life. You're the creator, not the victim of life. So I invite everyone to be the conduit of the divine that you really actually are, and not shame yourself. So, and it's a great time. Pluto won't be really uncomfortable until Friday, but then it goes into joy and rewards right after that, with the new moon in Taurus. But I'm so excited for being prepared to go into the shadow, feeling for the first time like we are safe to indulge in looking around the dark room that has been lights off for how many lifetimes, and looking at it and be like, wow, there's some trauma I need to shed here. So I stop living my life through these trauma constructs, these programs of triggers that aren't really us. And we're just kind of living out these roles from all of these set expectations and traumas. So take advantage of going into the depths and cry that shit out sometimes. And if you don't know how to do that, call me, call Michelle, call any of the spiritually supportive people in your community that create more spaces for it. We've been doing some of that work, or the Urban Shaman Music Fest was a great example of having a sacred space to dance and yell and emote and burn. Have you ever done a burn ceremony? Probably if you're here in Soul Circle with us, you probably have. But writing away what you're shedding and rolling away from you, burning that, writing in what you're calling in that you're already grateful for, rolling that towards you, burning that. There's more complication to that, but not much. We are so at the point in our existence, in our time shifts that are happening right now. We are different now. We are actually coming out of a darkness and we are becoming a more crystalline version of ourselves. So we get to be the divine channels. We get to be the leaders of our community. And it's not something of like putting pressure, like you have to be Michelle. You get to be whoever you are. You get to be the expression of leadership, of joy, even in your own personal life. There's plenty of introverts that lead through example of just being at peace. And that doesn't even need to be spoken sometimes. It's just choosing peace and love and forgiveness over conflict and turmoil and trauma. Because you become more aware of it, you can shed some of those programs, choose a loving way of life, teaching people how to treat you, which I've learned from some of the Greek Pisces in my life, as we go through looking at the shadow self, realizing that we do all deserve love and we have it right here. You don't have to go looking for it anywhere else. Yes, you will get it in abundance from other people and relationships and experiences. But the core message that we need to allow, or we get to allow, is that self-love is how we get to love the whole universe. If you love your own heart, if you tell yourself that you're grateful for you every day, that is the act from which you are shooting your arrows. That is the hollow vessel that you are now channeling divine wisdom through. That is how you are teaching people how to treat you. That is how you are leading your life, drawing in creativity and imagination to manifest and create through gratitude and love, and creating the life you want by following your heart. So I asked for one more message through my cards, because I do read through the cards. I love the visuals. We all have different learning styles. Mine is very interactive, involved. And so I pulled Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is a favorite of mine. And she's all about, look at that bright yellow. Look at that golden age. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. Ah, dear friends, it really is. And I'm not saying fine means it's an easy coast, but don't try to do all the hard work just because you have to do hard work. Do the hard work that you love to do and do it in the celebration. And if you really are fighting and resisting something, go all the way in and give yourself permission to, okay, so, if you have a fear of being seen, like go in and look at yourself like, oh, you're allowed to be afraid of being seen. Like go into that. I've been having wonderful conversations with so many of our dear friends recently. And I just think that we need that one aspect of self-love that we forget is to love the parts of ourselves that we don't necessarily like, but giving them a safe place inside of us to be loved and accepted. And that doesn't mean to act out and be terrible people, but like love the essence of whatever we're feeling to the point of it relaxing and letting go the need to be a stubborn child acting out. Ah, golden age energy coming through loud. Can you feel it? Are you grateful for it now? Are you excited? I'm excited. There is a whole lot of astrology finally talking about new beginnings. With new beginnings are the endings. It is clearing out the heavy, knowing what you do want to have exit your life. I see some of you in Soul Circle talking about what you're cleaning out, even cleaning out old relationships that don't match your frequency. That is okay. You can love people and let them go. You can love jobs and let them go, or just have respect for everything and gratitude for everything that has been in your life, but still make different choices. So see what feels heavy and what you're ready to let go. I have to have gratitude for this little teacup of espresso that the Divine Cross has made for me. And always having those grounding moments. Obviously, coffee is one of those medicines of grounding. So if you don't feel really grounded, definitely walk outside barefoot. Look for ants first. Definitely look up at the sky and the stars at night. Don't just read about them like I've been doing on the internet. Go outside and look at them. the light of those stars, how many miles did it travel to get to your eye and bless you, right? Go outside. One thing I love about Magical Michelle, which is many things, but she gets us to go outside and look at the stars and feel the alignments, feel the moons, feel the light from all these celestial bodies, all these stars, all this light coming at us. Like, what wisdom are they sharing with us to go outside? And I love going to New Smyrna Beach. She has the witchy weekends in October and different times. We go to New Smyrna, or we go, do different ceremonies and ritual, which I heavily promote, having ceremony and ritual in your life, making your life magical, making it sacred, making it come to life, because there's not much difference. Like, people think, actually a lot of difference. Let me say that it's just our imagination to have an idea to write a song. But are you going to do it, or are you not going to do it? It's just our dreams to, create a book, or we can do it. We can travel the whole distance of the universe in our minds because we have imagination. Imagine what we actually do if we create ritual of, like, I intend to write a song, to paint a picture, to make a phone call that's going to lead me to something else. Follow that intuition, follow your heart. All right, I love you all so much. So tonight in our meditation, we're going to activate the power and messaging and communication of your heart to totally be able to hear it loud and clear, so that you have that guidance within, and that you have all the support you need to get through the shadow work, to make the clearing and edits that you need in your life, and to walk in gratitude for what you're already creating, the stuff that you're already in love with, that you're calling in now, and letting that be the frequency of what you create life with. Okay, so a little shake of the rattle, a little shooing away of old blockages and negative energy, so we can come into a moment of beautiful peace within our beautiful hearts. So sigh it all out. Close your eyes if you like. Allow beautiful oxygen to enrich all of your cells. Feel and acknowledge that light and love that's inside of your heart. And imagine it growing bigger and bigger and bigger, filling every cell in your body with wellness, with the golden age codes, your DNA activation, balancing both sides of your brain and all of your organs, and clearing all of the heaviness until you have a beautiful golden bubble of safety and protection and well-being all around you. And we're going to lift up past the ceiling, past the clouds, past the edges of our earth, past the moon and the sun and all the planets, past the edges of our solar system, past through all of the solar systems, through to the edges of the galaxy, past all of the galaxies in the universe, through the edges of the universe, through the layers and layers of laws of the universe and opinions of everything that has existed so far, all the way through to the seventh plane of pure potential. Creatrix of all that is, it is commanded to instantly and completely heal all trauma. Bring us light to face the shadow so that we can completely clear all of the trauma programming from this lifetime, from all past lifetimes, from the core of our DNA, in every realm, dimension, and language, through every solar system and beyond. Deactivate all of the negative beliefs that have kept us in panic and despair. Deactivate all disease, deactivate any sickness that we are processing through our beautiful minds, bodies, and souls. Fully activate our youth and vitality and renewal. Renew our eyes, renew our hearts, renew our lungs, renew our digestive system, renew all of our muscles and our joints, renew our feet and our hands, renew our minds and refresh all of the beautiful organs and cells of our body with beautiful light of the golden age coming through, bringing back our knowledge and wisdom and memories of all of our true divinity, all of the divine guidance from every lifetime in every aspect of everything that exists and everything that is yet to exist, coming through our beautiful imaginations, our beautiful creative minds, in our divine souls. We're going to fully activate the clarity of our hearts, communication with our minds and our spirit, bringing full alignment, full understanding of the messages we're receiving day and night, full courage and compassion to follow the path that our heart is asking us to follow. Fully activate safety and protection, sustainability and courage, fully activating abundance and wealth and joy and having everything we need in every moment at the right time, in the right amount, with the right clarity, that we trust ourselves completely, that we trust our hearts, that we have the right support systems fully around us, and that we're able to have the courage to clear things that are weighing us down in any way. And we're ready to lift up to our next evolution, our next advancement of soul coming into the golden age, aligning us with our highest timeline and greatest good, bringing in the perfect home of our greatest lifetime, bringing in the perfect relationships from our perfect lifetime, the perfect love, the perfect wealth, the perfect jobs, the perfect expressions of our creativity, the perfect experiences coming to us and having us come to them in perfect inspiration at the right moments with safety, ease, grace, and love. All this and more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Aho. Thank you all for coming here in this beautiful soul circle this evening for Magical Monday. Do reach out if you'd like to join the Magic Moon Circle to be part of the call for the new moon eclipse in Taurus this Saturday. If you do order the Egyptian magic box that Michelle's putting together by Friday, you'll be included in that conversation for free as well. You'll be given the link for that call. Anything else, there's just so much activity in Soul Circle, and we love being there and all having a community to show up together. And we just really value and treasure that we have this opportunity to connect no matter where we are, in our imaginations, in our hearts, and here in this beautiful, supportive home that this technology has brought us together in. So gratitude for all. I love you all. I sending our love to beautiful, magical Michelle over in Egypt. I cannot wait to connect to her energy on Saturday. She has been calling in Isis. Oh my goodness. And there's other groups in Avalon and Israel. There's the Magdalene codes coming in with Christ consciousness. That's happening. All of these beautiful groups are coming together on Saturday, and we get to hold our prism point in our grid at 4 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. Any other questions, reach out. I hope you all have a blessed and divine, exciting week of joyous surprises, of getting ready and excited for everything you're manifesting, for following your heart, and facing your shadow without fear, but being ready to activate the life you really want. All right. I love you all. Have a good evening. Bye.